Hi everyone, this is Kelly Cahoot and welcome to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel. Today I have a traditional Christmas card using the Cat Scrappiness stitched Christmas tree die set. I began by cutting the Christmas tree out of craft cardstock, and I'm using a couple of colored pencils to add shading and color onto the craft cardstock for my tree. I started with the upper side of what will be the branches, so the inner branches where the snow doesn't touch as much. And I go over these areas just a couple of times with the green pencil until I get the color and the shading that I want. And I am bringing down little areas, as you can see there. I want it to look like little pine boughs and little branches, pine needles, that kind of stick out into the snowy areas. I left the edges, the stitched edge and the craft edge where it's cut there, I left that the craft color. I wanted that to kind of show the edges there on the tree. I'm going in with the white pencil and adding snowy areas, and then again with the green to kind of blend it in together. And then back over with the white. And as you can see there, it looks like the snow just kind of eases up there into the branches or onto the branches into the green. After I got all of the pieces of the tree colored, I am using a piece of foam tape on the bottom half of the branches, the snowy side of the branches, and then I'm going to use some thin score tape on the top side. I want the bottom side of the branches to kind of stick out like they would if it were a real tree. So I stick those down, and then I'm going to use my thumbs and fingers to kind of fluff up or bend up the bottoms of those papers. To cut the background out there, I use the Cat Scrappiness double stitched rectangle dies and the 6x6 paper pad called Christmas Delivery from Cartabella. This die is from Lawn Fawn, and it's the big scripty winter die set. I chose the fa la la word there, and it fits perfectly across the card front. And I cut that out 4 times out of red paper that I had in my stash. I used my spray adhesive to add all those together. And as you can see there, it makes that little greeting chunky and also almost like chipboard that would go on the front of your card. I'm going to adhere the greeting with some zig 2-way glue pin. And then add that directly onto the front there of the little tree. I'm going to add some red and white twine, and I'm going to crisscross that in the back and just add a piece of Scotch tape to the back there, and then clip off the tails. And I kind of fiddle with the twine there to get the crisscross just where I wanted it in the front of the card. I'm going to use the same twine to tie a little bow that will go there in the center. And I just make 2 little ears and crisscross those around. That seems to be the best way that I can tie ribbon and twine to keep it nice and straight. We need to have my friend Stephanie Jones on the Cat Scrappiness design team do a tutorial on how she does her awesome bows and twine. She's awesome at that. I took some enamel dots out of my stash that matched the background paper there that my tree is on. So I'm using red and green and black and white. I love that floral pattern back there behind the tree. I couldn't wait to use that design. I have a matching piece of red paper there that I have folded as my card base. It matches the Fa La La little greeting there, and I am going to pop that whole thing onto the front of that red panel. Add some final little enamel dots. And you can see there the dimension that you get using the foam tape under the tree branches and then building up your greeting with your die cuts. And that's the finished card. Thank you so much for joining me today. All of the supplies can be found at catscrappiness.com. This is Kelly Cahoot, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.